Hi guys, I'm very excited to show you a dish that I love to cook. It's a cabbage dish and believe it or not, it's absolutely delicious. This is a full recipe with full of flavor and I would consider it pretty much a whole meal because it's topped up with so many ingredients. You'll be amazed, I guarantee you that. Take a look at that. Stick around and learn how to make it. Let's get on with our dish. And for that, I'll need this cabbage, Savoy cabbage. Now, this is a beautiful winter veg that in this case comes with a lighter color. Okay? You can use it for sauerkrauts, you can use it for relishes. I'm gonna make this the main event. Okay? For that, I'm going to cut it into a big chunk. I'm gonna go all the way through, right through the middle. And then again, right through the middle. So I'm going to end up with something that is chunky and will become substantial when you eat it as a meal. Because this is not going to be a starter. As I said, this is going to be a main dish. So I'm going to put this to the side. Make sure that you get the fibrous bit down the middle out. As you know my cooking. We're going to use this. Nothing gets thrown away. This will go into a lovely soup, a stock, added flavor. I reckon for our dish, we're gonna need 2 chunks actually, one on top of the other. So we're gonna go right in the middle and we're going to boil it. Now we want to boil it until it's tender, but not fully cooked. We have an advantage because this cabbage does not turn into mush when we cook it. So we're going to cook it about 5 minutes. Boiling water is already on. Let's get that in. Nice and hot too. We'll dunk them in. Now for added flavor, use a few bits there too. Get this on the side. We need to season this. It's always important to start seasoning from the beginning. Just to make sure that it's cooked all the way through and seasoned all the way through too. Now for this amount of water, I reckon this is enough. I'm going to cover it. Back to the high heat, about 5 minutes. Now as the cabbage is cooking, I have something delicious to go on top of it. I'm going to use buttermilk. It's a simple dressing, but we're going to add some flavors to it and finalize it with some textures. Let's go ahead and use some buttermilk. I'm gonna drop it right into the pan. And I'm gonna need some butter too. About equal parts, butter to buttermilk. So the butter will make sure that it's nice and creamy, it will coat. Now, the butter will actually coat our cabbage. It's beautiful, it's gonna make sure that every seam is completely covered in delicious and tasty sauce. Now, those are in. I'm gonna go back to the heat, this time a medium heat, because we have to worry about 5 minutes for the whole thing to be put together. Now, as I said, this is the main event. So this is a dish that you can serve not as a starter, this would be a complete dish. So for that to work, we're going to add some extra flavors. We want to taste everything, not just the main ingredient, everything that surrounds it. So I need a leek oil, I'm gonna finalize the dish with. And the leek oil is just something that I prepare by chopping up the tops of the leek. Imagine you preparing a soup, for example. You don't use the bottom part of the leek. What I'll do is I'll use the top and slice it up nice and thinly. Some vegetable oil or canola oil, for example. Cook it for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, cover it, let it rest for another 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure that it seeps in and the oil fully absorbs all the leek flavor. You end up with something that's beautiful. That beautiful color and loads of flavor just to finalize the dish. Also, to top it up, I have this amazing sauce. This is the sauce, if you follow us, you know, full of peppers, full of spiciness. And we're gonna use just a little bit because it has quite of a kick. We don't want to kick it too much, but kick a little bit, so only a drizzle, man. And to top it off, we have this beautiful goat cheese. Now, this is a goat cheese that is kind of dry, okay, but it still has some moistures inside. We're going to balance it with some sweetness because it comes from the sauce. It's gonna be perfect. Let's take a look at our ingredients again. I won't go too much further. And here, that deserves a little spin. Look at that, beautiful. See that? They're already getting close together, they're getting to know each other, and they belong together. Let's say buttermilk and butter. Why not? Beautiful. Couple more minutes, And I tell you, it's gonna be amazing, man. I love cooking this dish because I learned it from a chef who allowed me to cook in his kitchen for a good while. And I learned some special tricks, man. You'll get to see a lot of this professional restaurant tricks that I have. And as I said, this one is tip top. Couple more minutes, everything is done. Let's top up and finalize this dish. So we have beautiful cabbage, ready to be topped up, still steaming hot, the way we want it. It's gonna be delicious. Now that mixture of buttermilk and butter turned out this something that doesn't look that appetizing, but believe me, I know exactly how to fix it. It's going to become a velvety sauce. For that, a bit of honey, just a little drizzle, would also help to balance the dish. We're going to lightly whisk it now. Beautiful, it's coming together already. And now we're going to add some added flavor now, a little bit of, now that will really round up the flavors. Just make sure that it melts, nice and easy. It's all about just balancing. Make sure that the cheese melts, it's almost coating the back of the spoon. Make sure we turn it out a little bit, spin it. And it's amazing, it has this dairy flavor. Nice, it's getting nicely incorporated already. We're going to put a little drizzle on top, just to coat the dish. That lovely cabbage. We're going to add some of that delicious red pepper and chili sauce. Now a mixture of seeds. You can use any type of seed you have. I love sunflower seeds. I also have some chia seeds and some flaxseed, just to get a little crispiness while we eat. And finally, that amazingly green leek oil. Look at that. Cooking made easy, that's a meal by itself. Topped up with a beautiful chili sauce, some crispy, delicious seeds, and guess what? Leek oil that's just floating and it's about to be used to. Okay, Wally's done.